This case was shrouded in mystery from the beginning. There were rumours of a professional hitman or even a paid execution, and for good reason. The chief executive officer of one of the largest insurance companies in the United States was killed in the early morning hours outside a hotel in the most crowded part of New York City.
This does not appear to be a random act of violence. The victim was in New York City to speak at an investor conference. It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf.
Analysis of the surveillance video showed that during the execution, the gun with a silencer jammed, but the shooter did not hesitate to disassemble it, remove the casing, and continue firing. In the end, those two shots were fatal. After the attack, the killer took off on a scooter towards Central Park.
The masked gunman who fatally shot the chief executive of United Healthcare on a Manhattan sidewalk Wednesday used ammunition emblazoned with the words, "Deny, defend, and depose." That's according to law enforcement officials, who also told the AP that the shooter used a silencer on his gun. A motive in the killing has not yet been identified, but the words may refer to a strategy used by insurance companies to deny coverage to patients.
This has sparked intense public interest, not so much in the murder, but in the killer himself. Police officials insisted from the beginning that the attack was well planned and thought out, but it soon became clear that it was an amateur, one who made a critical mistake.
Most of the time while he was in New York City, the suspected shooter had a face mask on. The one image that we've seen of this person, he lowers the face mask, but otherwise, even when he was having meals, he would keep the face mask on except to lower it to take a bite. And now police suspect that he has left New York City on a bus sometime in the hour after the shooting on December 4th.
This photo circulated around the country. The killer's image was shown on every television station from Washington to San Francisco. The next day, police officers received a call from an employee of a Pennsylvania restaurant. He told them he had just served the man in the photo on television.
He didn't even think twice about it. We knew that was our guy, but he was very cooperative with us. Didn't really give us too many issues.
The suspect's compliance was no accident. He had with him all the evidence to suggest that he was behind the crime.
Was carrying multiple fraudulent IDs as well as a U.S. passport. Upon further investigation, officers recovered a firearm on his person as well as a suppressor, both consistent with the weapon used in the murder. They also recovered clothing, including a mask consistent with those worn by our wanted individual. Also recovered was a fraudulent New Jersey ID, matching the ID our suspect used to check into his New York City hostel before the shooting incident.
The 26-year-old had graduated from one of the country's most prestigious universities. An avid surfer, he was also an IT professional. What made him commit such a crime? The turning point was supposed to be a surfing accident and a clash with the healthcare and insurance system. From the manifesto that the police allegedly found on him, it seems that he saw this murder as a form of protest. Luigi is awaiting extradition to New York, where he faces life in prison for premeditated murder.